Um, I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Pacifica School District acknowledges that we gather on the unceded ancestral homelands of the Ramaytush Ohlone people. As guests, we humbly extend our gratitude to the Ramaytush Ohlone elders and community. We recognize that we benefit from living and working on their traditional homeland, and we affirm their sovereign rights as First Peoples. As the original stewards of this land, the Ramaytush Ohlone understand the interconnectedness of all things and the importance of maintaining harmony with nature. Likewise, Pacifica School District commits to teaching our school community how to be responsible stewards of this land.
Thank you. So this is our Valamar Leadership Council, and they have a few updates. So when it's your turn, can you introduce yourselves? But I'm going to start with, it was a Wednesday before winter break, and all through Valamar School, the teachers and students were reflecting on what is cool. Our student council members were sought to give their thoughts, and they realized that in 2022, so many of their dreams of a great school came true.
Okay. Hi, my name is Lauren Brown. I'm in 8th grade at Valamar School. And one thing that I really enjoyed that the school introduced was Unity Day. This year they introduced Unity Day, where the middle school students were able to be grouped into random teams, and we played games and did team building exercises. Thanks to Unity Day, I made many new friends with people I wouldn't have spoken to before. I felt as though I could get to know other students without feeling shy or nervous, and I also feel like activities such as this have created a safer environment with our school, and I've noticed far less fighting this year.
Hi, my name is Annika Kamano, and this year, Ms. Morgar has decided to implement a student leadership team in Valamar. Our student leadership is in charge of spirit days and hosting assemblies. This team hopes to increase connection between students in different grades and educators by voicing the needs and wants of the student body, so change can be enacted for the new generation. Part of this team's effort is to increase social belonging in middle school and help build a positive environment in Valamar by implementing social skills like spirit days, social events like spirit days. One idea that the team has come up with was Cozy Day. During Cozy Day, students could bring their favorite stuffed toy and wear pajamas, sweatpants, and other types of comfy clothing. Furthermore, the student leaders have been prepared to host a talent show, which Valamar has not had in a long time. We are very excited about this, so watch out in March of 2023.
Hi, my name is Levi Bouland, and this year, the band has definitely been a great improvement since last year. To start, we started to have concerts this year, unlike last year. We performed in Fog Fest, we have a concert in January, and there will be much more to come. But we couldn't have done anything without our amazing band teacher, Mr. Fowler. He's been a great teacher, and we couldn't have done anything without him. I play the saxophone, and I think me and all of the other students have really improved playing our instruments.
Hi, my name is Keen Sparks. I'm a 7th grader at Valamar, and this school year holds many new and exciting changes. First, I'd like to talk about the community events we've had so far. For Halloween, we had an event called Trunk or Treat. Basically, students were able to trick or treat with their fellow schoolmates on the Valamar campus, and were also able to participate in fun activities, including a costume contest and a car show. The next event we are currently planning is the Talent Show, an old Valamar tradition, and we are excited to see the upcoming acts students have in store. Next, I'd like to explain the Valamar Character Trait of the Month. Each month, we have a new positive and uplifting trait that we focus on. For example, gratitude was our character trait for the month of November. These character traits bring a feeling of unity among students. This is great because it creates a stronger bond between people in our Valamar community. Lastly, I'd like to discuss the thing I'm most excited for. As an elective, 7th and 8th graders can take art full year. For the other grades, art is also provided once per week. I enjoy art being full-time this year because it allows me and many other students to express our feelings through creativity.
Hi everyone, my name is Julia, and this year Valamar brought back an old tradition that we weren't able to do during the pandemic, Family Day. Family Day is held once a month and it is about letting students communicate with kids of all different ages. We organize this event by putting students in different groups we call families, each consisting of one student from every grade. This special occasion is especially fun for the younger grades because they get to hang out with their older schoolmates and see what they're like. Meanwhile, the older kids get to develop leadership skills by leading the younger kids. Family Day allows everyone to meet new people and develop friendships with kids we wouldn't be able to talk with otherwise. One reason I like Family Day is I get to work with people I don't usually work with to perform a task or activity. This gets me to develop my teamwork skills and to work well as a group. For these reasons, Family Day is a great event, and I'm glad Ballymore brought it back.
Hello everyone, my name is Alex, and I'm a 6th grade representative for the student council. This year, many changes have been made to Ballymore, including making the school a lot cleaner. Compared with past years, the school has much less litter, leading to a cleaner and cleaner environment. Also, Ballymore used to have food scraps and trash around the blacktop as well. This year, the Ballymore community has decided to take better care of their school and also create a more welcoming environment. I hope to help our school in more ways and create an even better environment for the students here. A positive school atmosphere can help with many things that happen on campus as well, such as school belonging and achieving better academic success. Making the school a cleaner place could play an important role in achieving this.
Okay, so next we are going to be all singing together the Ballymore School song. You guys know the lyrics, right? Okay. So, down by the seaside, stalling with stallion pride, we are Ballymore. Can't you see how fierce we are? When it is high tide, we have friends by our side. We are Ballymore. Can't you see how fierce we are?
Very good. That was great.
Just FYI, you guys are not obligated to stay for the whole meeting. You have other things to do.
Homework?
Which you're welcome to.
All right.
Very well done.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Barbara, would you take the roll call, please?
Yes, trustee Riddell.
Here.
Trustee Bertuzzi. Here. Trustee Doggett.
Here.
Trustee Patel.
Here.
Trustee Villalobos.
Here. Thank you. The district digitally records the audio portion of the meetings. All meetings are kept in the superintendent's office for 30 days and are available during that time period for inspection by members of the public on district equipment without charge. In-person speakers wishing to address the board on agenda and non-agenda items, please complete a request card with your name, address, and the item number and submit it to the board president or to board secretary, and you will be called to address the board and may speak for up to 3 minutes. Virtual speakers wishing to address the board on agenda items or non-agenda items, please submit your first and last name and the agenda item you wish to speak on in the Q&A area of the webinar. Please do not submit comments or questions in the Q&A area. You will be called to address the board. Your microphone will be unmuted and you may speak for up to 3 minutes. After you have spoken, your microphone will be muted. All right. Are you administering the oath to us today?
No, I believe I'm each returning member.
We're going to read it ourselves? Okay.
So, want to start? Go this way. Okay. I, Elizabeth Goodall, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against
I swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California. That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
I, Laverne Villalobos, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California. That I will take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter. That's it.
Right. This is the annual board reorganization meeting, and it is recommended that the Board of Trustees elect officers for the 2023 calendar year and appoint the president, vice president, clerk, and vice clerk, and appoint the superintendent and the secretary to the board. We will now take nominations for board president.
I nominate Linda
I'll second.
Sorry, who seconded?
I'll second.
Thank you.
Barbara, will you take the vote?
Yes, trustee Bordeaux, I'm sorry, all in favor, please raise your hand. Motion passes 4-0.
It is now your job.
Move it over.
Moving on over. Okay, moving on up. And I have left the script for you.
Thank you.
All right. Grab my name tag. Are we all going?
Yes.
Oh.
Are those yours?
Yeah, those are mine.
Everything down.
All right. Okay, we will now take nominations for the vice president. Do we have a motion to approve? Oh, well, do we have a nomination?
I nominate Laverne Villalobos as vice president.
Okay, second.
I'll second.
All right. Do I have a motion to approve Laverne Villalobos for vice president?
I'll make a motion to approve Laverne Villalobos for vice president.
All right, and I'll second. Barbara, will you take the vote?
Yes, all in favor, please raise your hand. Motion passes 4-0. Thank you.
All right, now we'll take the nomination for clerk. Do I have a nomination for clerk? Anyone?
I'll nominate Needy Patel for clerk.
A second?
All right. Do we have a motion to approve Needy Patel for clerk?
You just did it?
Or we just do?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Barbara, will you take the vote?
Yes, all in favor, please raise your hand. Motion passes 4-0. Thank you.
All right. We'll now take nominations for vice clerk.
I'll make a nomination for Elizabeth, and now I'm going blank.
Riddle.
Elizabeth Riddle for vice clerk.
All right. Do a second.
And I'll second.
All
Who
right.
seconded?
I'll second.
Barbara, will you take the vote?
Yes, all in favor, please raise your hand. Motion passes 4-0. Thank you.
All right. Now we will take action to appoint Heather Olson, superintendent, as secretary to the board. Do I have a motion to approve the appointment of Heather Olson, superintendent, as secretary to the board?
I'll make a motion.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right. Barbara, will you take the vote?
All in favor, please raise your hand. Motion passes 5-0. Thank you.
I guess now we were supposed to move our seats. Okay, we already did that. All right. Next, it is recommended that the Board of Trustees adopt the proposed committee assignments for the 2023 calendar year. Should we have a discussion on that?
So I think basically you're going to discuss each one and decide who's going to take each assignment, and then we'll do a motion after that to let that proposed.
Okay. So, last year, Brokini and Doggett did strategic plan for local control accountability plan. Does anyone want to stay? Do you want to stay, or do?
I'm fine as they are, but if anybody wants to hop on it, I don't mind.
Okay. So let's leave that one as it is, I guess, then.
And you're going to stay on as well?
Brokini, yeah, I'll stay on this as well. Brokini and Doggett. The audit review, Trustee Patel had it last year. Would anyone like to take that over, or would you like to?
Feel free.
Anyone? All right.
Happy to stay.
You're happy to stay on? Okay, so Trustee Patel will stay on with that one. Pacifica Education Foundation. Looks like there's one spring gala to attend. We've had Trustee Doggett do it last year. Does anyone else like to do Pacifica Education Foundation, or do you want to stay?
If anybody wants it, I'm okay switching it up. If not, I'm fine staying.
All right, then I guess we'll leave it as it is. Special Education Parent Advisory Committee, CPAC. Last year, Trustee Villalobos was in charge of that one. Anyone else?
I'd like to remove myself from that one. I've
Okay.
just been on it for quite some time now.
All right. Anybody else like to jump on?
I didn't double check all the dates because I knew Laverne had done it for so long. I have been doing the monthly morning meetings, so I can do these and maybe call someone as a backup or
Okay.
Laverne as a backup.
Yeah, I'll be happy to do backup if you can't attend.
Okay.
So Bردal, and then backup is Burkini. Superintendent's Advisory Committee for Facilities Master Planning is Bردal and Doggett. I don't know how much we have to do with
I
that.
don't think we had a meeting this year unless you went by it.
Yeah.
Do you think that's outdated? Or no?
Well,
There's still a facilities master
This was-
plan.
there's still, yeah.
Yeah, and it
it's-
says only occasionally, so it's based on the projects.
Yeah, so it may not be that, like, yeah.
We might need to review next year then. No. So, so Bردal and Doggett did it last time. Would anybody else be interested or want to continue?
I mean, I'm willing to stay if, yeah, same, since we haven't had a meeting yet.
So it's the same.
Okay, all right, stays the same. All right, Workforce Housing Committee, Bردal and Burkini.
Does it have to be two, can it be three? Or is
I
that
don't
not-
think it can be three.
It cannot
No,
be
we
three.
can't have three on it. I'd like to stay because we're nearing the finish line and
Yeah, I would kind of like to stay too, but I also, maybe we can have Patel,
I think
if
so.
we can't make it, you can,
I can also look at the documents.
Okay.
It's not,
yeah.
just because I'm not on the committee doesn't mean I can't look at things.
Yes.
You'll be getting some of the
It's
early next year.
okay.
Yeah.
all right, the Bond Oversight Committee, Burkini and Patel last time. Looks like we've got one meeting in February.
I can stay on it.
All right. I'm happy to stay on that too unless anybody else wants it. Okay, stays the same. Parcel Tax Oversight Committee.
Can I stay on that since I haven't actually gone yet?
Sure. All right, we could probably add a second member if somebody was interested, otherwise we'll leave it as it is. Okay, the Wellness Committee. Last year, Patel was on it.
Well, it's a new committee, I believe. So
Oh, well, committee to be formed, so,
Yeah,
well, there we go.
very curious
Can
to
I
learn about it.
say that it's been in the works for years now? because
Okay.
I was on it, but I never got to go.
Okay.
Would you like to go?
If there's a committee.
Okay,
Okay.
I can step down.
Or we could leave, I think, two people.
just can't have three.
Yeah, we just, so that we
Okay,
don't,
great, let's vote two.
put it in the Brown Act. So Patel and Villalobos.
Thank you.
All right. Second page. Library Advisory Council, second Wednesday of the month.
They haven't had a meeting in a very long time. So I'm fine staying, but if somebody wants to be on the Library Advisory Council, it's fine with me. It's just,
Okay.
they haven't done any, because of the pandemic, things just got
Right.
canceled.
Okay, so we'll leave it as it is unless anybody else wants to join. Pacifica Collaborative. Elizabeth, or,
I mean, I'm willing to stay because it's in the morning, so it usually conflicts with people's work schedules, but if somebody wants to take it over, they're welcome to.
what is this again? Summarize.
The collaborative is, it's a gathering of mainly all the nonprofits and different things in town, and everyone just gives an update of what their group is doing and how anybody can help each other and stuff like that. So Mary Beer is the one who coordinates it.
Okay. I wouldn't mind attending some of those, so we can.
Okay, so it's the first Thursday every month
Okay.
from 9 to 10:30, and they're usually here in the meeting room.
Okay.
They're going back to in person. I think right now it's every other month is Zoom and every other month is in person
Okay.
for a little while, but the goal is to be back in person.
Okay, so, do you want to share the responsibility or just want me to, do you want to take your name off? Or it's up to you.
We can share for a while and see if it's something then that you have time and want to do all full time.
Okay.
I can drop out if you want.
Sounds
Be
good.
back.
So Berdal and Burkini on that one. The joint articulation meeting was Burkini and Villalobos.
I'd like to stay on that one since I've only attended one of them.
Yeah. I don't mind coming off of that, but it's a good meeting. I wouldn't mind staying on it either, so if somebody.
I was on it last year, so.
Okay. So I'll stay another year on that one. So same again. And then San Mateo County School Boards Association. I wouldn't mind passing that off. It's really just like one meeting and you go and vote, and it's a slate that's already established for you. And then they will also, well, the Kent Awards, that's a different thing actually. We didn't do Kent Awards last year, so.
If you don't want to do it, the School Board Association anymore, I don't mind.
Okay, all right, so that one to Doggett. Kent Awards, does anyone have history on that and how that usually, okay.
I think the last time it was done was probably when Matt was around, before the pandemic, right? And I think that they used to tour, but I'm not really sure if it's back to that or not.
Okay,
I think that's why that one's grayed out. 'Cause
Yeah.
okay, so that's still. And then governing board representative to the county committee, that's actually the one I was talking about, that it's like one vote a year. Again, I could do it or not, it's up to you. It's easy.
I'm okay. If you want to give it up, I'll.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
All right, so that one goes to Doggett. All right, did you get it? Okay, all right, so I think we did it. Do I have a motion to approve the committee assignments for the 2023 school year?
I'll make a motion to approve the committee assignments.
And a second?
A second?
All right, Barbara, will you take the vote?
Yes, all in favor, please raise your hand. Motion passes 5-0.
All right. Let's see, it's recommended that the Board of Trustees approve resolution number 2022 12-14-A. All right, all items on the consent agenda will be approved with one motion, which is not debatable and which requires a unanimous vote for passage. If any member of the board, the superintendent, or the public so requests, any item shall be removed from this section and placed in a regular order of business following approval of the consent agenda. Are there any questions regarding the approval of the agenda and consent agenda? All right, do I have a motion to approve the agenda and consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda and the consent agenda.
All right, and do I have a second?
A second.
Will you take the vote?
Yes, all in favor, please raise your hand. Motion passes 5-0.
All right, communications. Speakers wishing to address the board on the agenda or non-agenda items, please submit your first and last name and agenda item you wish to speak on in the Q&A area of the webinar. Please do not submit comments or questions in the Q&A area. You'll be called to address the board. Your microphone will be unmuted and you may speak for up to 3 minutes. After you've spoken, your microphone will be muted. All right, our first speaker this evening, representative from LSEA.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. We had another successful day of negotiations yesterday. Both sides are working well and ticking items off the list that need our attention. Our agreed upon focus for the next session in January is resolving issues regarding compensation and conditions for our members around the lack of substitutes. Teachers are walking into their school sites prepared for their day, and all of a sudden they have to incorporate students from another grade level, completely derailing their prepared plans for the day. Counselors are often leaned on to sub and are not serving our students in their counseling role. Teachers who are fortunate to have prep periods are asked to cover other classrooms and not get that sought after time to plan and prepare for students. Principals are unavailable to the school community because they are also substituting. All these conditions regularly apply in a single day at a single site. Increased class sizes of mixed grades, counselors and principals substituting, prep periods lost. And all of these conditions are thrown at staff at a moment's notice. These are simply the impacts on certificated employees. Our classified employees are also feeling the domino effect of lack of subs in their classifications. Contracted paraprofessionals are not included on the sub finder system, which means there definitely won't be a sub to fill their role. Considering these paras cost the district over $60,000 each, this is unacceptable. It needs to be figured out. LSEA leaders had a meeting with Carla and Josie today on a different topic, but we spent some time brainstorming ideas that may help. We are hopeful. As we wrap up 2022, we look forward to 2023. We are ready to enjoy a peaceful holiday break and a good start to the new year, and we hope you have a good break too. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, do we have a speaker from CSCA today?
No, they're not going to speak today.
Anyone wishing to address the board online? Nope.
We don't see anyone.
Okay, all right, any correspondence? All right, let's go ahead to board communication.
I have nothing right now. It's been a crazy time for me and my family.
Okay, well, it's only been a week since the last meeting, but last night was the band concert, which was IBL and Ocean Shore, and they had beginning band and advanced band and a jazz band. And it was the first winter concert in 3 years. So last year they were able to have a spring concert, but not a winter concert with the surge. So the kids were all excited. The parents all attended. It was a packed house, but it was really great to have the band back and a concert back.
None for me.
It's only been a week, but I did receive a correspondence from community members Cynthia Kaufman and Peter Levitt, and it was regarding Peninsula Clean Energy and the possibility of seeing if our school district could have solar energy. So I'm going, Josie already answered it, but I'm going to forward it to Heather. And
Great.
yeah.
And I've just been, there really hasn't been much time to do too much. So no correspondence really for me today. All right, let's go on to district business. So approval of school plans for student achievement. We'll have action on this one, and speaker is Will Lucy.
Yes, so last week we were able to have those wonderful presentations from our site leaders around our school plans for student achievements. There were no major or even minor changes that were recommended for those SIPSIS. So what's in front of you is a recommendation to approve the 6 school plans for student achievement for Cabrillo, Ingrid B. Lacey, Ocean Shore, Ortega, Sunset Ridge, and Ballamar as presented.
All right, are there any questions about this item?
I had a question that I did not, I should have asked last week. Just about from Ortega, the TK through 2nd grade said that it was having virtual PE once a week, and I was just wondering why there was still virtual PE.
I don't know the answer
Oh,
to that
okay.
question. I wasn't even aware. I was substituting over at Ortega, and I've seen them out at PE outside. So
there may have been something that carried over or whatever, but
that probably might have been
that they
last year.
participate in a weekly virtual PE program. So as long as they're getting PE, but yeah, I just wanted to check into it.
I
would
can't
assume
say
it
for
should be in
certainty.
person now. So
I can't say for certainty, but I believe their PE is outside and in person. Yes.
Okay, that was the one thing. Not to hold it up or anything, but that just caught my attention now since we don't want to be virtual anymore, especially for PE.
All right, any other questions? All right, do I have a motion to approve the school plan for student achievement for Cabrillo, Ingrid B. Lacey, Ocean Shore, Ortega, Sunset Ridge, and Ballamar?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to approve the student plans for student achievement.
All right, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, and Barbara, will you take the vote?
Yes, all in favor, please raise your hand. Motion passes 5-0.
All right, next is approval of the job description and hiring of a sustainability coordinator.
Good evening, Board of Trustees. It is recommended that the Board of Trustees approve the attached new job description for Sustainability Coordinator at Cabrillo School, and in doing so, approve the hiring of a Sustainability Coordinator at Cabrillo School. The Sustainability Coordinator will work collaboratively with administration, faculty, staff, students, and the school community to develop, implement, and promote sustainability initiatives to reduce schools' impact on the environment. CSCA has ratified the job description recently. Rationale: Cabrillo School received a grant to hire a sustainability coordinator for this school year. Cabrillo School with Human Resources and CSCA have developed the attached job description. The sustainability coordinator responsibilities include education and outreach to school community on importance of the 4 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle, rot. Monitoring new waste sorting system at lunchtime, using data to assess impact of new sustainability initiatives, and identifying new opportunities to improve sustainability and education about sustainability at the school. This part-time grant-funded position requires being on site during lunch hours, 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m., at least 3 days a week. Flexibility around the hours per week is possible for the right candidate. Strong belief in the importance of educating youth about resource conservation is required, and the job requires a little lifting. This will be the first role of its kind at Cabrillo School. Ample opportunities for growth.
All right, are there any questions regarding this item?
So first, I think I commend this role. I'm very excited about the role. I just learned about the fourth R from you, so that was great to learn. And I was also really pleased to hear that this was a grant-funded application. And so my question is actually, how outside of this position, how often do we write grants or do grants for special projects like this, for example? And I'd love to just better understand the district's process for that kind of thing, if anybody can answer it.
I don't have an answer to
district to do it. So that one is, and you're going to hear more information about that, but that's going to be a grant that's going to be kind of redo our electives within the schools and to have them more STEM-based. So there are some grants that come up. We are looking, I mean, San Mateo County is very good about saying these are some grants that are available. Many of the ones that come our way are more high school generated or high school available, but the ones that do come our way are reviewed and said, seen if we can, if we're able to do it, if we have the capacity to do it, if we have the funding, because usually a lot of them are like, you have to match the funding or if there's some sort of funding that's connected with it. So. But most of our grant opportunities will come either through the county or through other districts that are looking to buddy up with.
And was that the case with this one?
This one went through the school.
So the school found it on its
Yes.
own, and I commend
Yes.
the folks at Cabrillo for finding and getting this grant.
All right, any other questions? Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the job description and the hiring of a sustainability coordinator at Cabrillo? A motion to approve?
I'll second.
Okay. Second, Ms. Patel?
Second,
Okay.
yes, sorry.
Barbara, will you take the vote?
Yes, all in favor, please raise your hand. Motion passes 5-0.
All right, wow. Future agenda items. Usually superintendent's here, but to kind of walk us through this, but was there any questions or concerns or things you'd like to put on the future agenda item list? Well, that's pretty fun. Yes.
Just maybe for January 18th, I don't know if we can put it on January 11th, but just a COVID or illness update. I mean, see how the kids are doing.
Okay.
I ran into a couple kids from Ortega. Oh my goodness. It's
Seems
bad.
like and it
wasn't
there's
COVID.
there's a lot of sickness going around, I know.
For a long time.
Yeah. So make sure we get that note to Heather, I guess, about getting that, some sort of COVID report.
Be a well-being check.
And I'll be in touch with her too. Okay. Any other? Yes.
I had previously asked to better understand the district's reading curriculum and literacy, and I'm not sure where it fits in, so there's no recommendation on where, but I would love to see it before the school year closes so we can think about what, if anything, needs to be thought about there for the next school year.
All right. Are there any other questions or input on future agenda items?
I think we were going to do like the ESSER funding is the breakdown of where all the funds went, but there was no rush for that.
Okay. All right. Anything else? All right, with that, we will adjourn our meeting at 7:40.